thanks for staying there. So I have former President Obasanjo's story where he has advised the newly appointed chairman of the Board of Management, Federal Medical Center, Mr. He's not Dr. Dayo Israel. And if you know, Dayo has been taking his certificates to the whole of Nigeria, has been to governor, deputy governor, he has taken his certificates of appointment around. So obviously he took it also to former President Obasanjo, who has asked him to be prepared for challenges and when necessary, be ready to step on toes in order to move the management forward and also have a successful tenure. Obasanjo also hosted Israel during the familiarization visit on Sunday. He said that if you're going to do a good job, you have to step on toes. He said that he now referenced the fact that his daughter was fired. According to him, he said that he had, after he was his tenure as head of state, military head of state, his first daughter, who was a veterinary medicine student at the University of Ibadan, came to the farm for her long holidays. And she was also resumed at 7 a.m. She resumed 7:15. And he told her, if you do this again, I'm going to send you home. The next day, she came in also late, and he told her to go home. And all his workers were shocked that if you can sack my daughter, you know, that they had to sit up. So he was just advising him that he needs to be very firm and wished him the best in this new job as chairman that he's been gotten.
So interesting.
I have the freed captives from Gaza. This Thailand Thais.
The Thai nationals.
Yes, Thai nationals. 5 of them were freed from Gaza by Israel, and they've been handed over to the Thai government. And the Prime Minister was on top of it. The Minister for Foreign Affairs was on top of it. Just great news. They were reunited with their family members. The Minister is assuring that they're in top condition, that their health has been checked, and all 5 of them are saying never again. In fact, they will not leave
their country.
Yeah, because they were held hostage for over 2 years. This time the issue.
I think that crisis has been over 2 years. Yeah. Wow. All right. So I have this major headline about the minimum wage. So there has been many states' salaries have increased by as much as 90%. The budgets carried it that out of our 36 states, only about 27 states cannot pay their salaries without waiting for federal allocation. And that, of course, we also know that many of them struggled even with paying 30,000, and some of them have not paid the 70,000. So it was a detailed report of the response of the Nigerian Labour Congress, issuing a stern warning to the states' governors demanding payment of the 70,000. Also, the fact that some states have already said they can't. Then the breakdown showed those that struggled to pay, and the hike, Cross River, Ekiti, Niger, Rivers, Taraba, they got the highest increase, a 100% increase in their payroll, as compared to some other states that didn't have that huge increase, and some that said they cannot even afford it at all. I still feel like a conversation needs to be had around this 70,000 naira minimum wage thing, because I don't believe it should be flat across. But NLC is not going to listen to anything anybody is saying. They're expecting full implementation. And even they said the budget allocated in 2024 for the payment of salaries wasn't spent completely. So it means even though the money was allocated, some people did not still get paid the commensurate rates for the 70,000. So conversations will still continue on the matter, Sha. We're waiting.
Okay, Vanguard, Japa underfunding, inefficiency, undermining public hospitals. Saudi Arabia limits visas for travelers from Nigeria and 13 other countries. Manufacturers fault NPA on 15% port charges hike. Housing shortage worsens as pension funds clash real estate investment. Hardship affecting attendance, offering in churches, says Anglican bishop. Suspended Edo local government chairman warned banks against change of signatories. And late Herbert Wigwe, a builder of institutions and lives, says Tinubu, Macron and others. Okay, which story?
Okay, so I have the Edo story. So the suspended chairman of 8 local government areas in Edo State have warned these banks, UBA, Access and Fidelity Bank and their branches across states to not allow the governor, change signatories to their accounts, insisting that there's a subsisting Supreme Court judgment that affirms the financial autonomy of local governments across the country, and that such would change of signatory would negate that. I'm wondering why the governor is in the business of this. They also went ahead and they informed the House of Assembly to do the needful. Now, former senior special assistant to the former governor, Mr. Benjamin Ato, also called on the State House of Assembly to reinstate all 18 suspended local government chairmen of the state. I think that we are running a federalism. The governor should not be involved in the business of the local government and should not be, they are elected office holders. So only their people can elect them. Their suspension should not be in the powers of the governor, and they should be in court for that. But the Supreme Court, even without them going to court against the suspension, the Supreme Court has ordered that they are, free from any other influence. I don't think the Supreme Court, they
implemented the Supreme Court.
Now them no agree.
Some states have actually, but others haven't.
There's the local government's chairman that refused across where, at least I know that over here.
I have from Ibadan, the Archbishop of Ibadan Province, Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion, Dr. Williams Aladekube, has lamented the economic crunch in the country, and he says it has prevented Christians from attending services and giving offerings. So he was talking on the topic titled, "The Faith Once Delivered to the Saints in the Context of Contemporary Socio-Economic Challenges." He said that presently economic hardship resulting from the removal of fuel subsidy is having its effects on Christians in Nigeria, as many families could no longer attend church services. Some of those who manage to attend church services have no money for offerings and other contributions. He just lamented how this is affecting everyone, but generally he said that this, and that now it's even hard to pacify anyone. People have come out to protest, but really, nothing is happening. So he's also calling on the president to please look into this. And he also observed that people in different locations of the country I wanted to read the part.
Look into reducing the hardship for the people.
But he says, looking at the myriad of problems confronting Christians today, these problems cannot be solved through fear. So he mentioned that because of all these issues, Christians are in fear. And so he's saying it's not about fear, it's about faith. And then he's also charging all other religious heads that they should make their messages, a time to uplift people at this time, so they are not in fear.
Okay, I have Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has announced a new visa policy that restricts visitors from Nigeria and 13 other countries to single entry visas. The change, which has already come to effect this month, is directed at curbing the unauthorized Hajj pilgrimages and ensuring the safety of those attending religious events. Travelers from these nations will no longer have access to 1 year multiple entry visas for tourism, business, and family visits. According to the news, countries like Bangladesh, Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Morocco, Nigeria, Pakistan, Sudan, Tunisia, and many others are part of this list.
We should have a conversation around it, but it might have to do with our economy. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria.
It's about bad behavior. People coming in and staying, overstaying.
People behave badly, but we are a strong economy.
Some of their strongest friends, their closest allies, also are in that list.
So it's not about 13 countries. Nigeria is just one of 13.
Okay, so we shouldn't take it personal.
Because we always highlight the fact that it's good or bad. No, it's not.
We shouldn't take it personal. Manufacturers are complaining about the NPA 15% port hike. They are saying that it would affect the cost of production within Nigeria. In a statement yesterday signed by the Director General of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Shegun Ajayi Kadiri, he said the increase would lead to higher production costs, increased inflation pressure, and reduced competitiveness of local products that are manufactured locally as compared to international one. The complaints are plenty on this 15% hike. I think that there should be open conversation between everybody that is going to be involved and the people that are imposing this 15% to listen to each other and ensure that whatever we're doing in raising funds does not cripple the economy at the end of the day.
Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review.
Okay.
When we come back, continue with the
thank
show.
Minister for Power.
Stay with us.
They have not done anything yet.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.